Greetings and great day, beautiful people. Dr. Dominique here. Oh gosh, we on the wrong page. Let's go to the beginning. Oh, and that should be day 3. Darn it. Let's come out of there and fix that. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Dominique here. I am so glad you are joining me for today's last live event. Pardon the delay, but we will not let the technology get us down nor stop what we are doing. So, today is day 3 of the Master My Money live 3-day event. And if you're just tuning in, today's event comes after 2 previous days where we've talked about mindset and management. Today, in particular, we are covering money. So, we started with mindset, how you think about your money. We then went into management, what you do with your money. And now, today, day 3, we are covering money. Where should it work for me? Like literally, I hear a lot of clients and prospects talk about getting their finances in order, right? It's the beginning of the year. You're focused on your money. You're focused on what you want to get done this year, how you want to do things differently, getting your financial house in order, right? And so I like to understand and help people understand what is meant by getting your financial house in order. What does that actually mean? What is my financial house? So let's dive right in. Again, why Master My Money? Well, Master My Money is the brand, it is the suite of personal finance solutions that are offered through Reese Financial Services. And we focus on 3 key pillars: the mindset, management, and money. We believe here at Reese Financial Services that these are the areas, the 3 key principles that if you master these things, you will have the life you design. And that's really my goal, to help my clients design the life they want to live. Okay. Oh, these are the assumptions from yesterday. I forgot to take these out. However, these still are the same assumptions. God gave you a divine purpose and assignment while you're on earth. All you have is all you need, and God owns everything that is quantifiable and stands outside of time. So we did cover that yesterday. Today, these are my original ideas. These are the principles that I have learned, created, developed after having worked with over 500 private clients. That's one-on-one time. Conducting over 1,500, probably closer to 2,000 now, 101 sessions with clients, meeting with one client 10 times a year, right? But over 500 clients throughout my career. So that gives you an idea of how many sessions I've actually done. Over 10,000 hours of coaching, right? So, really helping people get from one area to another area, from A to B, from a lack mindset to an abundant mindset, to not saving every month to thousands of dollars of savings at the end of the year, to coming with some debt to leaving debt free, to not budgeting at all, hating it even, to adopting a regular and consistent budgeting habit. So these are my original ideas that have been developed after all of that, right? 500 clients, 1,500 plus sessions, over 10,000 hours of the work I do. And I have deposited these original ideas into a book, Master My Money. Notice the registered trademark because it is proprietary. I have protected my work. That's how much I believe in it. And you can get this book on Amazon right now. So if you're interested in going into the details, into the solutions and the strategies, you can find them in this book, Master My Money, 16 Steps to Solve Your Money Problems and Create a Foundation for Financial Freedom. Okay? Those are the same solutions and strategies that I use when working with private clients. So if you're not quite ready to hire me, or you want to get a flavor for what those strategies are and somewhat begin to do it yourself, you can use this book as a guide. It is meant to be like a workbook. You write in it, it's meant to be used, not just read. Okay. All right. So, I'm studying and adopting these principles every day. Again, I like to be very transparent about my own journey on my way to mastery, and I want to share them with you so that you can become a better manager of the resources that you have. All right. So let's dive right in. Where should your money work for you? Like, truly, where should your money go? And when you hear people say, even you may say, I want to get my financial house in order. What does that really mean? Well, for me and the clients I serve, and my clients tend to be first generation wealth builders, doesn't matter how old they are, from 27 to 67. It really is about being the first to do something. And so they're first generation wealth builders who are making money and who want to manage their money better and grow their money. Those are the characteristics of the clients that I tend to serve. So, when I work with my clients, we cover these 8 core areas of their financial foundation: mindset, budget, savings, debt, credit, income, protection, and a financial action plan. So, let's talk a little bit about each. Your mindset. This is all about your money mindset. Mindset is about your goals, right? What is it that you want to do? It's about your beliefs, your thoughts, and your words. This is where you begin to develop how you feel about money. This is where you develop your relationship with your money. This is where you develop your belief system about money. And inherently, it really does dictate and determine how much of it you're going to have. Because if you have a mindset that is unhealthy, which we would call negative or limiting, you're not going to get very far with your money. You're not going to see the outcomes that you would like. So when we work together, we talk about and focus on, we coach around, we uncover, we truly build strategy around mindset, and it involves your goals, your beliefs, your thoughts and words. We may we may undo and redo, right? We may unlearn and relearn. So this is where some of that inner work comes in, because I believe everything starts in the mind. And so if your mind is not right, then your money will not be right. And further, if you're going to pay me to work with you, I need to be sure that you can receive the strategies outside of just doing what I say, because you won't stick to it if you don't believe in it. So I've got to make sure you believe in what we do. You've got to believe in the strategy in order for you to receive it. So that's the first place that your money should go. It should work for you and your mindset. And if you're currently like experiencing negative thoughts with your relationship with money, negative words, you speak negatively, I can't afford that, or that's too expensive. Saying something is too expensive. Yeah, I hear my son, he's very helpful. He'll say, "Mom, that's not expensive." I'm like, "You're right. It's just high cost." Right? So we transition our language from things being expensive to high cost, because expensive has this connotation that you can't afford it because it's expensive. And so if you want to afford it, then you start to think, well, how can I afford it? How can I make that happen? So it's just high cost. So it's as granular as your thoughts, but your thoughts become words and your words become actions. So if you're saying something that's too expensive, you'll stay away from it. But it may be something you desire, right? So you got to watch your words. You got to watch your thoughts, because those thoughts become words. The next area is your budget. Now, your budget really covers a few things. We talk about your budgeting style, we talk about your budgeting frequency, and we talk about your consistency. Your money should go and work for you in your budgeting area, meaning like pay for a tool, pay for some kind of support with your budgeting system. This is where you start to build your system. Now, you don't necessarily have to pay for it. I mean, there's some free apps out there. But if you're going to work with a professional, like anyone that comes into my firm, we have technology behind our budgeting. So now my clients don't have to do it. Clients don't have to budget manually anymore. The technology does it for them. And when they log in, they can see what their budget is. There's an app that they can use to just tap in and see if they're overspending, tap in and see if they hit their budget for the month. But we really want to talk about budgeting style, meaning, are you a pen and paper type of person? I know I am, but now I'm slowly and surely adopting the technology, right? A spreadsheet type of person, an app type of person. But again, if you're working with a professional, now you've paid for a system to work for you. So you don't have to worry about sitting down, creating time every Friday like I used to do in the budgeting mastermind, um, doing your budget manually. Now we have the technology to support doing a budget. Can you imagine life without having to budget again because the technology is doing it for you? On top of that, you get to check in. So it really does create a system. We like to create systems in the Mastermind Money framework because we are managers. So if we create the system of budgeting by using technology, then you just come in and manage the system. So you don't have to physically sit down and budget anymore, right? You can manage your system and the system does the budgeting for you. So working with me allows you to do that. Then you have your budgeting frequency again. How often do you budget? Is it every week? Is it every day? I remember when I hit rock bottom, I had to budget every day in order to come out of that. So, um, you need to determine your budgeting frequency. Will you budget weekly, bi weekly, monthly? I wouldn't say go beyond monthly if you don't have your numbers down. And you want to do something that's close to when your paychecks come or when your money comes in through your business. That way, as the money comes in, you can redirect it before it starts to flow out, right? Those automatic payments kick in. So budget at a time when the money comes or right before the money flows. That way you get to direct it. And again, if you're using technology to do the budgeting, I'm not talking about just a Mint app. Mint is somewhat reactive. Yes, you can, and apps like it, yes, you can set your budget and it'll monitor it for you, but it doesn't always do the categorizations and all of that right. So ultimately, you want to be able to have the system work properly so you don't have to do more work than is necessary. So, budgeting style, app, pen and paper, a spreadsheet, um, what else? Spreadsheet, app, pen and paper. That's really it. Budgeting frequency, how often will you commit to budgeting? And then this is all about consistency. That's really what budgeting is. It's about checking in on your numbers consistently so that you can make informed decisions as a money manager, right? You check in on the budget, you see where all your levels are for the different categories. Now you about to go grocery shopping. Now you know what you should and shouldn't spend, right? You're making an informed decision. And if, again, you work with me, you tap into the technology, you tap into the app, now you can see, okay, yeah, my budget was set for 200. I've only spent 25. I got 175. Cool. Peace of mind. So this is what this is about, okay? This is what this is about. Now, let's see. Savings. I'm seeing a note here on my live. Please set the frame rate to 10. Okay. I don't know what that means, but we're going to keep going. All right, so savings. Now, this is the third area. The third area of your core, your 8 core financial foundation areas, right? Started with the mindset, next was budget, now it's savings. 5 types of savings. When I need it, I got it. This is what I like to call your emergency fund, but our words are powerful. So I don't want any more emergencies. So I don't call it an emergency fund anymore. I call it when I need it, I got it. Because when I need it, I got it. It should be in that account, right? And when you work with me, I tell you what accounts to open and all of that. So you know where these monies should be living. Then you have your regular or goal specific savings. This is the money that you put away for something. Maybe for vacation. Maybe it's to buy a new wardrobe. Maybe it's for your taxes at the end of the year if you're a business owner. Whatever it is, this is goal specific savings. So you want to be able to identify what this money is for. Like right now, we're in the 52-week savings challenge. So that money that's being put away is for whatever you said it would be for the 52-week savings challenge. Your third types of savings is your retirement. So this is 2 types, pre-tax and post-tax. Now, if you're employed and your employer offers you a retirement plan, then that would be pre-tax savings, meaning that money is not taxed. You will have to pay taxes on it when you start to withdraw it. Post-tax dollars, however, is money that has already been taxed and now you're putting it away for retirement. Most people will use something like an a Roth IRA to fund their post retirement accounts, or they may put it in an investment account and just say, this is a regular investment account, but this money is for my retirement. Okay, so there's several other options to explore, but there are 2 types of retirement savings: savings that has not been taxed, savings that will need to be taxed. Or I'm sorry, savings that has not been taxed and savings that has been taxed. Then you have your investments. This is the fourth type of savings. So your money should be flowing to all of these. All right. Now this is where I hear you, Monique. That's good. You're replenishing that when I need it, I got it. And you know, I was listening to NPR this morning. I love talk radio when I'm in a car, and they were talking about a family that has done that. Like they saved a lot during the pandemic, like 10,000, and now because of inflation, unfortunately, they've gone through that. And that's we're seeing a lot of that, right? So continue to replenish because we're in that space where having savings is definitely going to matter. So your investments, this is where you want to put your investing. You know, you got a stock portfolio or you want to start investing. A lot of my clients, again, first generation wealth builders, may not own any stocks when they first come to work with me. And then we build them a portfolio. You know, I educate them, I help them open an account, we fund the account, and then I guide them on how to place their first trade. We do that kind of work. So, investments is the fourth types of savings. And then if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur or you're thinking about it and you want to start that business or you have one, a lot of us may use that 9 to 5 job to fund our business ideas. So it's good to have a business savings. That way you can put money away for your business and not have to always pull it directly from your cash flow when you have a need for your business. Like let's say you're a baker, right? You bake food, or you bake treats. Like my sister, she bakes and she bakes really well. She does all kinds of sweets and treats, and like a dessert bar is her business. And so She's a social worker though, so she uses a lot of her money from her 9 to 5 to put into her business. So someone like her would open a savings account for the business, and as she gets paid, she'll sock a little bit away for the business. So then when an order comes or something comes through or she has a need for her business, she could just tap her business savings, right? And that money is already set aside rather than having to wait for the next paycheck to come and then taking that money directly from the paycheck, which is normally taking from some other expense, right? So now we're building our business savings right into the budget. So these are the areas of your savings. And again, savings is area 3 of your core areas. All right, let's get to debt. This is pretty straightforward. Debt is the fourth area that your money is going to work for you. You're going to get a debt analysis, which is basically where you want to see all of your debt in one place. It's like a master debt list. All the people you owe, or the companies you owe, any taxes you might owe. There, there's typically 9 forms of debt, and I actually should have put them up here. My bad. 9 forms of debt. But in looking at those 9 forms of debt, we're going to do an analysis so you can see everything on one page. You think of everything you owe, everybody you owe, because we also want to pay people back, right? Going back to yesterday's um, live about management, right? Being trustworthy. People will not loan you money if you don't pay them back. So I don't care how many years it's been, you've got to pay people back. So when you do your debt analysis, add those people to your debt analysis. Then you build the debt reduction strategy. That's where you figure it out. Do I need an aggressive? Do I need a moderate? Or do I need a regular? Like, can I just get this paid off in X amount of time? Or do I need to accelerate? That would be an aggressive strategy based on how quickly you want to get things paid off. And this is about consistency. Debt is eliminated over time unless you come into a lump sum and you could just drop it and get it out of the way, right? Area 5 is your credit. Now, this is where you take a look at your reports. You can pull them for free from all 3 bureaus, and we have resources to do that here for our clients. And then it's your credit score. So then you want to take a look at your score. But I like to say, don't focus on the score. We get so stressed about it, and it is very important. But it's what's on the report that's going to make a difference for the score. So let's take a look at what's on the report. It determines the score, usually 5 determinants of your score, right? So we educate our clients about that. And then we build a strategy. How can we get your credit improved? Not just the score, but even your report, making sure there's no errors. The statistics show that over 80% of credit reports have some kind of error on them. It could be impacting your score, maybe not, but you want your report to be as clean as it can be. So we build a strategy that incorporates the report as well as the score. And again, this is an area where it's just about being consistent. You'll get results over time. So your money should flow to your credit. Okay. Income. Now, this is the cool, juicy, fun part. Income. We cover ideation. When you think about your income, you want to be thinking about, of course, how can I get more, right? But when you do that, you want to think passive and active. Active income is income you have to show up for. Like right now, even though I'm not making money from this, like I'm not charging for this, I have to show up in order to do it, right? When I work with the client, I have to show up. That's active income. So you got to be present. You got to do something in order to make the money. You got a job, you work from 9 to 5, you got to go to work from 9 to 5 in order to get the money. Then you get the check, right? Those are active streams. But we want to consider passive streams, the streams that you make money whether you show up or not, right? So we also build that in. I have other passive streams. They could be products, they could be services, they could be ebooks, they could be digital products, they could be stocks and bonds and investments. There are ways to create passive streams of income. But then we talk about income stream development, right? So this is where we actually build and activate the stream. A lot of clients may or may not get to this part just depending upon how much work they have on their mindset, their budget, their savings, and their debt. But by the time you get to income, you really want to start building the stream and then activate it. And I know we're in this culture of like additional streams of income. But there is a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. You could get very stressed out about it if you got too much going on. So you don't want to do that either because then it defeats the whole purpose. So, and then the last area is entrepreneurship, right? This is truly saying, like, no, I don't want to just have a side hustle or a side gig. I want to make this a business. I want to register with the state, be on record, go for contracts, go for bids, really make myself official on paper. And again, you don't have to be a whole team, it could still just be you. But entrepreneurship is truly about creating a product or a service, meeting a need, or solving a problem through that product or service, and doing it for profit. That is the goal, to do it for profit. So we're not doing things for free. We're not giving discounts. We're doing this for profit, right? So that's where we cover in income. Your money could be invested into you through your income. Protection is all about protecting what you're building. So we cover insurance, and this isn't just like, let's make sure you have life insurance. That is one, and it does matter. But make sure you have your car insurance, your health insurance, your renter's insurance, homeowner's insurance, disability insurance. If you're an entrepreneur, a business insurance or a key man or umbrella, depending on the level of your business. Then your administrative, things like advanced directives and health proxies. Your estate planning, if you need any trusts or wills, right? That's also asset protection. So these two go hand in hand. But you may feel like, well, I don't have nothing. Well, that's not true. You do. We all have something to protect. And so it may be small, it may be large, but we all have something to protect. If you look around you right now, if you're at your home or if you're in your car, or even in your home office, wherever you might be, you look around, if all of your stuff was gone one day, especially if you're home, you could you imagine having to replace everything? Do you have the cash to replace everything? And if not, then that's why you need insurance, Renter's insurance. If you walk in your apartment and everything was absolutely gone, or a fire or a flood, everything destroyed, could you replace it today because you have the cash sitting in your account? If not, consider renter's insurance. Insurance is income replacement. It is an income replacement tool. So you want to be able to replace income that would be lost, right? That's what it is for. So consider your insurances. Um, and we do what's called an inventory. So with our clients, we work with them and we say, okay, what do you have? What do you don't have? And then we roll that into their financial action plan to make sure that, hey, it's on your radar. We can help you. But if we don't get to it and we stop working together before we get to it, then this is what you know your next steps are. And it's in your action plan. Speaking of which, your financial action plan. So, this is the last piece. You should invest in a plan for your finances. Have some kind of a written guide that you use to know what you need to do. It's almost like your to do list. It could be like a to do list, but we all know what happens with to do lists. They just get longer and longer, right? So, we don't want to add stuff to the to do list. You really want to have a separate list, a separate plan of what you need to do regarding your finances every month. And so when we work with our clients, you get a financial action plan. It's your path to how you achieve your goals. It's written down, so it's real, and it'll keep you accountable. So you at least know what you're accomplishing. Okay, check that off. One thing down. Four or five more to go. Now you can measure your progress against something other than your memory, which we tend to forget things. And again, it's a written plan, it's not in your head. You can actually see and feel it. Okay? So when you have money, these are the areas that it should be able to cover, right? These are the areas that matter. Those 8 core areas. And actually, I'm going to pull them back up just to tap in and see if there's any questions. Any questions about these 8 core areas? Feel free to put it in the chat. I'll tap in. But when you say, hey, I want to get my financials in order, I want to get my financial house in order, this is what you should be looking at. Okay, where do I want to start? Am I going to start with my mindset? Because everything starts in the mind. So, what do I believe about my money, right? Then it's my budget. Okay, well, let me see what's going on. Let me get my numbers out. Let me see what's coming in and let me see what's going out. And we have different strategies for that. 30-day look back is one of them. 30-day look back. Let me see where my money has gone for the past 30 days. It is a powerful tool. I'm talking powerful. So this helps you understand where your money is gone. That way you know where you want it to go, right? Start, stop, change, or continue. Do I want to keep putting my money there for the next 30 days or do I want to switch it up? Then you have your savings. Okay, now that I know what's coming in and what's going out, let me start putting some of it aside. And a lot of times clients don't know if they should save or pay down debt first. We do both. Abundant thinking is doing both, right? We save and we pay down debt, but we use this budget to tell us how much we can afford to save, and then we use the budget to tell us how much we can afford to put towards our debt. So we do both. And then there's your credit. All right. I know what's coming in. I know I'm putting something away. I'm paying down my debt every day, or not every day, I'm sorry, every month. Hey, it might be every day for some of us. All right, well, debt and credit tend to go hand in hand. So if I'm paying down debt, I should see something change in my credit, right? My credit is being impacted every time I pay down my debt. So now we're in the credit field. We're in the credit zone. And this is where you want to just take a look every year, at least twice a year. And I say at the beginning and at the end, perfect time, perfect time to pull your credit reports. Make sure everything that's there is yours. Make sure that you got all the debt. That way you could put it into your debt reduction strategy. And then if you need to build credit, we're going to talk about credit strategies, building credit. Then it's your income. All right. So for income, again, all right, I got these things in order. Now let me get more money. How can I get more in? Ideally passively so I don't have to show up for it, but maybe at first it's another active stream. Maybe I'm doing something part-time. Maybe I'm creating a side business. Maybe I'm an affiliate. Whatever it might be, this is where we start to think about how to get more. Now we need to protect what we're building. No need to do all of this and we don't have things protected. So make sure you have insurances. Make sure that if something were to happen to you, you go into the hospital, you need somebody to take care of things, POA or health proxy or advance directive. Make sure your wishes are known for how you want things to happen. That's estate planning documents, your wills, your trust. It doesn't matter if you think you don't have things to protect. You do. And you don't want your family fighting over your clothes, right? You don't want your family fighting over all of the stuff. That's where those wills and those trusts come into play. Protect it. So we cover all aspects of protection and we link the clients that we work with the professionals that they may need if they don't already have them. And then lastly, the financial action plan. Now you've got that written guide that covers all of this. It's written down, it's somewhere where you can see it and take a look and then check it off. Okay? So that's really what that is all about. So if you're ready, you want to work with someone, you want to explore what it's like, I am ready for you. I would love for you to join our upcoming 20-day financial reset boot camp. It starts tomorrow. Now, some of you may know the financial reset challenge. You may have gone through that. That was a free challenge that I've done for several years. But now we're doing the 20-day financial reset boot camp. This is a live boot camp. Day 1 starts tomorrow. 20 days, 30 minutes a day. That's it. And you could do that on your own time. And then weekly group coaching starting tomorrow will be the live weekly group coaching. And that's at 147 for the whole camp. Okay, I'm taking calls today. Taking calls throughout the challenge because it doesn't matter when you start. It is a live challenge, but it is ongoing. Your 20 days may start tomorrow. Your 20 days might start on Monday. Doesn't matter. It is an ongoing camp. But the live portion will run from tomorrow until February 1st. So you hit February having taken a look at your mindset, having taken a look at your budget, your savings, your debt, your credit, and a whole lot more. A whole lot more. And I'll cover that on the discovery calls. So that is one solution to support you with getting your money where you need it to be at the top of the year, setting the tone 20 days in. Okay, so let's chat. I will put this in the chat so you can click if you are interested and would like to have some support at the top of the year to make sure that your finances are in order. If you have any questions, feel free to email me and to or give me a call. Either way, I am here ready for you. Calls coming in, and would love to support you at the beginning of your 2023. So thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for um, showing up for yourself, you know? And I look forward to being in touch. Y'all have a great day and a great rest of your week. And hopefully, you'll join us in the challenge. I mean, in the boot camp starting tomorrow. All right. Talk to you soon.